probably will never do it, but if my towers were 25 or 30 feet taller and oriented, well, the orientation's not terrible. I would probably give it a try, just to see how it compares with the vertical I have here. Anyway, not to take all your time with that, but a very interesting topic for me, Ben. And by the way, Angel might be in here listening, possibly, WA2VUY. I'm sure he'd like to say hello to you if he's still here. He sent me a text message that he was copying the mail on us there a little while ago. So back to you, OZ8BV, VY2WW.
Okay, John, VY2WWOZ8 Bravo Victoria, fine, John. And yeah, you're right on the different parts there. But I think Sriel Magyagi 480 is overshooting there. It good vertical, maybe two phase verticals. And that would be the optimum, I think, and then some beverages. But of course, you can always do more and more and more. But yeah, I think the cost benefit is not so good there. And I talked a lot to Mike in the afternoon, in the morning, and nearly 24 hours a day for a long while. I haven't been on for some time because of the Yagi striking, not moving there. But normally we can just have QSO in the middle of the day, at least until now, and maybe a couple of months as well there. So he's got a beautiful location and a very nice setup there. So that's fine there. Okay, John. So I will pull out. I think I will go QRT and put the antennas in phase again there and see how that will be working. So Oliver 73, and you can take over the frequency. I will be back maybe in half an hour. And I didn't copy the call time, but if your friend there, he's welcome to give a call there. VY2WWOZ8 Bravo Victoria.
Okay, sounds good, Ben. Are you there?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, go ahead and call Ben before he goes.
OZ8 Bravo Victor, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yankee, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor Uniform Yankee. Any copy, Ben? Over.
So, KP, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor Uniform Yankee. Good morning, good evening, Angel. You're not as strong as John, of course, but I do copy you, although I don't have my antennas in your direction there. So, you're 5 and 8 to 9, Angel. A very nice signal, over.
Okay, you're 5 and 9, Ben. 5 and 9. Yes, very early for me in New Jersey. I'm very far west from John. But nice to hear you, Ben. I just wanted to say hello. Over.
Okay, very good, Angel. It's been my pleasure there. Always good to hear you, and always a good signal. So you had fun on the frequency. There's an Echo Alpha 8 also who wanted to join there. So
Echo
out there. So 73, good night, and see you further down the log. You can take over, John. OZ8 Bravo Victor, now QRT.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate it. Take care. Good luck with the antennas, and we'll stay in touch. And yeah, I'm glad Mike's a mutual friend. All the best.
Andy, what's going on, man?
OZ8BV with the group, VY2WW 73.
Okay, bye-bye, 73.
Yeah, I was hoping to catch Ben there. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Ben, if you're still in there, how copy OZ8 Bravo Victor, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Name is Steve over here in Vermont. How copy there, Ben? Go ahead.
Well, he was going QRT. I guess he did.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might have missed him.
I was trying to be polite and not step on anybody there, John.
You're awful nice. You should have jumped in about 10 seconds sooner. I bet we could have caught him.
That's okay. I had a quick comment for you, John. I've been listening for a little bit. And Angel, I think, good afternoon to you as well. And you had mentioned the Moxon rectangles, and I ran one on 80 meters, believe it or not. And it was, of course, I'm in a very, very bad place here. I'm in a ditch. Probably the deepest canyon, one of the deepest canyons in New England. And I am flanked by 3,000 and 4,000 footers on each side of me, on my east side and west side. West side is impossible. That's about 60-degree elevation angle to get over the top of that thing. But going northeast is not too bad. It's about 30 to 40 degrees, 35 or so. But I ran an 80-meter Moxon here, and, well, I'll tell you what, man, that was the best antenna I've ever had up for 80 meters here. I listen to you guys a lot, and I can just barely hear the stations you're working. Asia and, who is it, Conson there? And the VK stations and stuff, just barely. Now, I can't hear them all the time, but when I had that Moxon up in 80, boy, I'll tell you, that thing was a crackerjack. Had a lot of teeth there, over.
Oh, yeah, I bet it did. That's a hole. I understand, and I've tried to operate out of locations that were kind of like that before, and it's not much fun. But when you find something that works, that's great. And sometimes you don't need the ultimate low angles there. Did I get your name there, over?
Yeah, name is Steve, and southwestern Vermont. Excuse me.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Yeah, very good. Well, it's nice to run into you there, and we were talking about Yagis on 75, Conson. Wow, 7 Japan 4 Alpha Alpha Lima. He wrote the book on 75-meter long pass. I mean, he literally is the only game in town most nights, with his friend Masaru being a rather distant second place. At least at my location, that's one of the reasons I would like to have a Moxon. Actually, the direction that I could put it in, if I were going to do it and risk sacrificing my 40-meter pattern and my 20-meter pattern, would be between the two towers, and it happens to be pointing southeast. So, and it happens to also be the best downhill slope, so it doesn't need as much vertical height. Although another 20 feet would be great. But I think it would absolutely be a kick butt antenna. And one of these days I might just do it if I can find a way to put it up with pulleys at 4 or 5 support points, and then take it down quickly when I don't need to use it, so that I don't risk messing up the pattern on the other Yagis. So, but I have given it some serious thought, and I'm not surprised to hear you had good results. Mike's results are just unbelievable compared to something like a off-center fed or a in-fed half-wave type antenna, which is essentially a dipole. It's 10 to 15 dB better, which is from the same spot, which is just it's incredible. Better than a really good performing antenna. So anyway, very, very good. Well, Steve, I think I'll make a couple of calls here and see what's going on. You're welcome to hang in and work what you can, Roger.
Okay. I'll hang around here for a bit, John. I much appreciate it. Those Moxons, man, very underrated. Compared to an NFED, they'll eat those for lunch. I used to work off the top of the mountain and work John and Wade in Adelaide, Australia, on the southern tip of Australia on the CB band on a weekly basis. They'd be out on the beach, and I ran a 11-meter wire Moxon taped to a PVC tube frame on 2 2x4s shiplapped together, pinned to the back cap of my truck, about 20 feet off the ground at an elevation of about 2,100 feet down the street here. Had a good path going out across California and then down into southern Australia. This was years ago, and way underrated. Have at it, man. I'll be in here listening for a bit. Thanks, John. K1GMM.
VUI for Steve.
And nice to meet you, Steve, by the way. I just went to your page. I note you're using the same radio I am. Hi. Go ahead, Angel.
Steve, I just wanted to say I've seen some of your videos on YouTube about antenna building. I'm always looking for new ideas, so nice stuff out there, Steve. Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor, Uniform Yankee, over.
WA2 Victor Uniform Yankee. Man, I have to apologize, Angel. You've got to be scarred for life after some of that.
Well, what you did, one video in particular with the phasing that you did was pretty interesting, so thanks. It's always helpful to see what people do and the ideas they come up with, over.
Yeah, some of it works, some of it doesn't, and I have a rough situation here because I got about a 70-foot long metal roof on the house and garage, and I'll tell you what, Johnson, I've got the 80-meter antenna which I'm running a cloud burner right now with a reflector underneath it. And I've had the most fun with any antenna I've ever built with that antenna. But it's only good. The kill box, is out to about 500 miles. 50 to 500, that thing is a freaking dragon. But anything else, it's kind of useless, But it's in close proximity to that metal roof. And you look at the wavelengths, it's, 40 and 80 meters. It makes an awful mess, dude, as far as nothing is conventional here. You look at the math and you look at the numbers, you go, that should not work. But when you do it, according to the math and numbers, everything is so screwed up, and it's that metal roof, man. It's a nightmare. Who knows? Maybe it works to my advantage sometimes. Anyways, I'm shutting up. Thanks, Angel. K1GMM.
Hey, nice to meet you. Okay, John, I'll be standing by. VY2 Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor, Uniform Yankee.
Okay. Well, listen, Steve, we'll have to talk sometime. I'm looking through your pictures here. I have somehow missed you in the wonderful, wide, wonderful world of QRM.com, whatever it's called, QRZ.com. But I want to talk to you sometime about your Anon setup. And particularly the picture shows what looks like a nice custom screen, custom, what do you call it, cover or whatever they call them. Skin, I think is the word, with a picture of the diversity, the phasing diagram. And I haven't played with that a whole lot, but not right now. But remind me next time you hear me, hey, you said you wanted to talk to me about this stuff. I do want to talk to you about that because I've had all kinds of ideas about it. And as far as your audio, I see why. I was going to say, you either have the best pipes that the creator ever endowed a biped with, or you have incredible audio processing. But I think it's at least the latter, if not both. Roger?
Probably not the best DX audio. I'm actually on the 7300 tonight. This is what I use primarily for DX and events and stuff. But yeah, that Anon. Everybody says, dude, you have a radio voice, and I don't understand it. But yeah, there's a little bit of processing here. The Aphex 204 is what makes the magic happen. I will die with this box, and if it blows up, I will buy another one. And I don't care if I have to spend $500 on one. It's what makes everything happen. But the Anon, oh, good Lord. I chat with the guys usually in the morning on 3630, and we run 8K wide, and it is just blow your freaking doors in, man. It's awesome. Over?
Yeah, well, I know. I don't run ESSB much, but I play with it a little. I just use the onboard stuff, the CFC and the phase rotation with the RE27ND. But most people seem to think the audio is okay. It's set up for DX, but we'll talk sometime, but not right now. A real pleasure to meet you. We'll pick it up again another day, Steve. K1GMM, VY2WW.
You got it there, John. Go ahead, have at it. I'll be listening for a bit. Bring me in, and I'll let you know if I can at least hear the station or not. Thanks.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to turn the antenna down a bit more toward the southeast here. Oops, wrong rotor. I've got side-by-side rotors. I keep grabbing the 20-meter rotor. Okay, let's get this thing down out of the hard northeast position and see if there's anything coming in from Africa.
Stuff,
calling CQ. Hello, CQDX.
I don't see much stuff
CQDX
happening.
Listening for Southern Africa and the Pacific. Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey with company.
D-bag that's causing problems here. Freaking jerk.
Okay, the Victor Kilo 3 only, please. The Victor Kilo 3 only. Go ahead. Hi, VK3 Zulu Fox. Of course, I should have known it would be you. And your good copy. I think I just worked you. Was it yesterday or the day before? Well, the conditions seem maybe a little bit better today than they were the other day. Is it?
What a jerk.
Wait a minute. That's Victor Kilo 2 Zulu Fox. It's Nigel, isn't it? Is it Nigel or Neville? It's Neville, isn't that right?
Let's see if I can hear him. Just barely hear him.
Okay, well, you're running a little QSB as well, Neville. You're 5.5 to 5.7. pretty good copy. How's
Hey,
everything
Glenn,
going?
Tim.
You doing okay out there?
This guy's deliberately causing problems, man. What a freaking douchebag. Unbelievable. Hey Ian, this is actually...
Yeah, it's good to hear you as well. It's actually it's pretty late for VK3 to be coming in here. Usually by this time of day, all we're getting is maybe the VK6s, so that's good. That's a good sign that we're heading back toward spring type conditions. Neville, hold on a second. Let me see if Angel and possibly Steve have a copy on you. Angel, any copy on Neville? Over.
Very weak. I'm going to try him, though. VK3 Zulu Fox, VK3 Zulu Fox, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yokohama. Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yokohama. Any copy, Neville?
Geez, I can tell he's in there, but... Five by 4, is that what he just said?
Over.
What's my report? My report, Neville? Oh, okay. QSL the 5 and 4, 5 and 4. You're 5 and 1, 5 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 5, 1, thank you, 5, 4. Over, over.
You can tell he's in
You better
there,
pick it up after that, John.
Okay, yeah. Good contact. Way to go, guys. That's impressive. Angel, you have great ears, and you do too. Neville. Well, great copy. Let me just check with Steve. Any copy, Steve?
No, negative. I know he's in there, but I heard him say 5-4 to Angel, but that's it. I'm not going to try. I can't copy him well enough, even if he did hear me. John, go ahead.
I hear you. Okay, anyone else North America want to call now? Okay, I don't hear anybody else. Steve said he didn't hear you quite well enough to risk calling there, Neville, but thanks for coming in here. It's good to hear you. I think we're going to have better conditions for this path going forward. It's been really difficult to work VK3 in here on long paths for at least 3 months. So this is, I'll take this.
See, I'm
as the
hearing
turning
him.
Of the seasons and
I actually hear him better
Victor Kilo 3 Zulu Fox,
going northeast. I cannot hear him going south, long path. Of course, I'm kind of south-southwest. So if I was maybe going southeast, I'd hear him a little better. But yeah, I'm actually running an RSP duo, Ian, with running diversity currently.
Okay, Neville, we'll do it for sure. Thanks so much for coming in, and we'll see you next time. 73 from Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey. And we have any other Australia, any other Pacific from Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey, Pacific only. Was there a Victor Kilo? Was there another Victor Kilo signal? Okay, no Europe at this time. No Europe at this time. I'm going to extend. Let's call CQ. This is Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey, listening for Southern Africa and the Pacific. Southern Africa and the Pacific only at this time. No Europe.
Typical.
CQDX Pacific VY2WW.
They're animals, aren't they? I wish I didn't live in this
CQ,
hole,
hello
man.
CQ, calling CQDX, listening for Southern Africa and the Pacific, calling Africa and Victor Kilo from Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey and Company over Long Path. Calling CQDX Long Path. Africa, Southern Africa, and Pacific, Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey. Okay, I don't hear anybody else. Angel, that was pretty good. I think Sylvain might be in here as well. And let's see, you've got something posted. Oh, Falklands, a video. I'll look at that later. Go ahead, Angel, and see if you can turn it over to Sylvain, WA2VUY, VY2WW. Good ears, Angel.
Victor Kilowatt.
Oh, there's a Victor Kilo calling.
Oh, that was
Okay,
strong.
hold on a second, Angel. Who's the Victor Kilo?
Yeah, Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey. Good morning. Good morning, John. Long time. Victor Kilowatt 2 X-Ray Zulu.
Goodness gracious, what a signal. Are you in the U.S. Operating remote or what?
I know, right?
Oh, negative. You're in good old kangaroo country.
Holy crap.
That's amazing. It's
That's
almost hard
actually
to
the
believe.
strongest I've ever heard
You're
VK
really
in
strong.
here.
You're 5'9". You're easily 5'9" in here. And I'm trying to remember the name. Victor Kilo 2 X-Ray Zulu. I don't see you up here on the list. I know I've worked you before. What's the name?
Very
over?
low,
Yeah, it's
Ian.
been a while, John. It's been since 2019.
Holy crap, he's
Ocean,
5
Boston. Rob's my name. I'm near Sydney. You're 59.
5 and
You're
7.
5'9", and you were a bit stronger a little bit earlier. Anyway, come on, say hello. Nice to see you guys. And you're all very loud here. Near Sydney, Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey. And your company, Victor Kilowatt 2 X-Ray Zulu.
Roger. Okay, Rob. Well,
click.
fantastic. You're just pouring in here. Really, literally 5'9" plus. Let me get it around the horn a little bit here. I'm sure Angel's copying you. Stand by, Rob. Go ahead, Angel.
Victor Kilowatt 2 X-Ray Zulu, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yankee. On a vertical antenna, you're 5'8" to 5'9", state of New Jersey, over.
Yeah, Roger. Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yankee. Good morning to you as well. You're also 59, 5'9", near Sydney, and you obviously have my name. Very good copy on the long path. Yourself?
QSL, congratulations on your antenna. Maybe you can tell us shortly what that is. My name is Angel, like an angel in heaven. Stand by. I'm going to pass it over to a station in Montreal. V2 Lima Hotel, you here?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Angel.
Go ahead.
Thank you. VK2XZ, this is Victor Echo 2 Lima Hotel. Victor Echo 2 Lima Hotel. Good evening. Good morning, Rob. Sorry. You report 5758. 5758 in Montreal. Over.
Okay, QSL, Sylvain. QSL, nice to see you again. Yeah. Well, I think we've worked recently, back in the beginning of January. But anyway, very good morning to you. You're 5'8", 58, 5'8", QSL.
QSL, Rob, thanks for the 5 and 9. As I said, you're 5'7", 5'8", some QSB right now, Rob, on your single. Best 72 from Montreal, VK2XZ, V2 Lima Hotel. Bye-bye, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sylvain, 73.
Okay, very good. Anyone else North America like to call into Rob?
I'll try it there, John.
Number 1, Fox.
Okay, Alpha Radio. First, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, John. VK2 X-Ray Zulu, Victor Echo 2 Alpha Radio.
Band's going to close.
Echo 2 Alpha Radio.
Where are they?
Over.
Yep. They are actually...
Did you copy the Victor Echo 2?
Gray line is approaching in VK, so I'm going to lose him
Victor
very
Echo 2 was
rapidly
calling.
here. It's too bad.
Yeah, who's the Victor Echo 2? Is it Alpha Radio?
QSL, Victor Echo 2 Alpha Radio. You are 5 and 7 near Quebec. My name is
Yeah, if you
Pierre,
guys
Papa
look,
India Echo Radio. So back to you, Rob, Victor
This
Echo
is
2
where
Alpha
he's at.
Radio.
See the gray line right here? It's just
Yeah,
coming
okay,
in the
I got
gray
5
line.
and 7. I got a report 5
Just
and
going
7.
into
You're
daylight,
4
so I'm
and
going to lose
5,
him
45, but I
probably
got to
in under
queue up
15
Mexico.
minutes.
4 and 5 in queue up Mexico. I just need the last letters of your call sign, over.
QSL, for the 4 and 5. You got the call. Okay, the call is Victor Echo 2 Alpha Radio. So thank you, Rob, and best 73 Victor Echo 2 Alpha Radio. Bye bye.
Alpha Radio, Japan Alpha Radio, roger, roger.
QSL, only 2 letters.
You had it correct.
You had it right.
Yeah, okay, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
Go to Japan Alpha Radio. Thanks for 5 and 7. You're 4 and 5, 45 in the clear of the QRM, Alan QSL.
QSL for the 4 and 5. QSL 4 and 5. Thank you, Rob. See you again.
Very good. There were a couple other stations that would like to work you. I'm going to go ahead and let those guys call through. There was a station with a 1 and a U.S. station with 1 in the call.
K1.
Foxtrot, America, Mexico, over.
Okay, Fox Alpha Mike, go ahead and make a call.
Victor
Jeez,
Kilo 2
he completely
X-ray
blew
Zulu.
me out.
This is
can't
November
believe
1,
it.
Fox Alpha Mike.
No, we're too close, Gary, on 40. You won't hear me.
5959 in the Charlie Tango, Connecticut, over.
Over.
Completely blew me off the back.
Any copyright?
Yeah, he's right in my noise. I've got an S7 noise level at the moment.
Oh, forget it. He's not going to hear me.
I got Alpha Mexico. I need the rest.
Okay, give him your call a couple of more times. He needs the rest of your call.
Foxtrot, Alpha, Mexico. Harry in Connecticut, over.
Okay, I got Foxtrot Alpha Mexico. Now just need the prefix. The prefix repeated a few times for me, over.
Roger. November 1, November 1, November 1, over.
Okay, Roger Harrison. I got it that time. Thank you for your patience. Away 1, Fox Alpha Mexico. You're 5 and 7, 57, and you're right in my noise. I have a noise level at the moment of S7. I've got some QR Mexico. So 5 and 7, 57, Harrison.
QSL, Rob. QSL, thank you very much. Like I said, you are a 5'9" in the Charlie Tango. Thank you very much for picking me up. Stay safe. 73, my friend, and thanks to the net.
Thank you, 73. Good morning.
Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra.
Okay, there's a lot of stations going to be calling, it looks like. Hold on 1 second, everybody. November Bravo 2 Papa. Did I hear your call in there, over?
Yeah, John, you did. Thanks.
Nice.
VK2XZ Zulu, November Bravo 2 Papa. November Bravo 2 Papa. Rob, you're 5 and 9. 5 and 9. Name is Dan. Denmark, America, Norway. Go ahead.
Over.
Hello, Dan. Nice to see you from New Jersey. You're 5'7" as well, actually. 58, 5 and 8. You're above my noise, so good copy, Daniel.
Okay, Rob. Yeah, you're 5 and 9 here. 5 and 9. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks, John.
You're welcome. I'll tell you what, why don't you just take the frequency if you want, Rob, and I'll go down the band a bit. There's a lot of people going to be calling you. We have a great opening, and you're really, really rocking in here. So if you'd like to, you're welcome to the frequency,
shortly.
Rob. Roger.
Bert's here.
Steve's still here, K1 GMM.
Probably not going to hear half the guys anyway. John, I'm probably not going to hear half the guys with my QRM levels. I did hear a couple of others calling in. They're quite strong, but and the band is fading. We're well and truly past our sunrise now.
Yep, they're
So I
gone.
don't know how long the band's going to last, John, but that's okay. I'm quite happy just to sit here and hang fire and just you throw my way, and then I'll get out of here when the band drops it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm happy to do that as well. Let me check with Bert. Bert, Papa Japan 4 Kilo Yankee. Are you copying Rob in Australia?
Yeah, right there. No problem at all there. Very good evening there. A very good morning. Welcome to Victor Kilo 2 X-Ray Zulu from Papa Japan 4 Kilo Yankee. How copy, Rob?
Very, very, very strong. Papa Japan 4 Kilowatt Yokohama. Bird, you're 5'9", 59.
Noise floor. Who asked me that?
Right here, Rob. You're doing the same thing over here. Quite surprising.
Ian.
Quite
My
late.
noise floor is
Normally we
very,
pick up
very
earlier.
low here.
So you also
Very low.
5 and 9 plus 10
Maybe an
overall,
S1.
Roger.
Okay, yeah, very good. Thanks for the report. We must have a fairly good opening here, I'd say.
He's still about 5'7", 5'6", 5'7".
What is it? It's gone past 8 a.m. and sun's been up for about an hour and a bit, hour and a half now. So must be a good opening of it.
Yeah, Roger. It is, Rob. But quite surprising so late there. So hi. You did an excellent job local time. It's just 7 minutes past 5:50 and we'll be here, Roger.
Okay,
right. Yeah, Roger, that makes sense. So I'm just looking at the gray line map. So, yeah, we're well and truly in daylight between us.
That is correct. We are in daylight. Our sunset will be in 1 hour and 35 minutes. Roger.
Yeah, QSL. All right, Bert, no problems. Thanks for calling in, saying hello. Great to see you. We haven't worked before. Papa Japan 4 Kilowatt Yankee, Victor Kilowatt 2 X-Ray Zulu, New Sydney.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks a lot there. Very good morning. Enjoy your weekend over there. Your Saturday morning. 73, Rob.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Go Sierra.
Are you still in here? Are you copying this big signal from Australia, Steve?
Yeah, I hear him, John. I hear him.
Go in, Trump.
Okay, Victor Kilo 2 X-Ray Zulu, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Copy, Rob?
QSL, Kilo 1 Golf, Mexico. 5 and 8, 58, Stephen, 5 and 8, over.
Wow, fantastic, Rob. Thanks for picking me up. And I'll let you have at it. I'm not going to hold it because there's going to be, like John said, a lot of people piling in. I think they are. Thank you for the 5-8. You are 5 and 7, 57. QSL?
Roger, 57. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for the report. 5 and 7. Great copy. Good evening to you. Good morning, my side. Kilo 1 Golf, Mexico. Victor Kilowatt 2 X-Ray Zulu.
Yep. Good morning there, Rob. Have a great day. Thank you. K1 GMM.
Do we have anybody else?
Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra. Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra. Over.
So that was over.
Okay, go ahead, Tango Sierra. I think make your call.
VK2 X-Ray Zulu from Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra. Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra. Over.
That's the strongest I've ever heard VK in here. It's pretty funny. It just
Roger, Rob. Thank you. Name is Mike. QH, Halifax, Central Pennsylvania. Very early in the
okay, so I can give you the
afternoon
exact
here,
mileage.
Afternoon time yet, full daylight. Very amazed to hear you so well. You're 5'9", 59 from Whiskey 3 Tango Sierra.
Okay, Mike, no problems at all. Whiskey 3 Tango.
10,527 miles.
You're 5'9" as well.
So that's pretty cool. And that is the path. No, that is not the path I took. I took a different path. So I wonder which path. I don't think it's going to matter.
Okay, Rob, you enjoy your Saturday and your weekend. Thank you guys
Somewhere
for letting me call in from W3TS.
I either have to go across continental
Very
United
good.
States or I have to go
Anybody
across.
else?
I'm actually
K4, Mike, Kilo.
I'm actually pointed across the pond right now. So I went this way. I went up and over here and down to here this way. That's the way I went. This has taken me the shortest path, which is this way. So that's I'll have to look at the distance from here. Of course, you don't really know the path it took. It could have gone straight up over the pole and around and up that way too. So you really don't know the path. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Usually, if I try to work VK, I would go this way, the way this line is showing. But no, I don't. Whatever. You don't complain, right? Let me get the audio back on. This will be interesting. Listen.
Go ahead, give him a call.
Thank you. VK2 X-Ray Zulu, VK2 X-Ray Zulu. You copy?
Hey, Cyril. How you doing, man?
Hotel Papa X-Ray. Over.
Chris?
Over.
Who else is in here? Tim the Tool Man.
There was another guy at Mexico Kilo that blew my
Glenn.
headset off.
Okay, Mexico Kilo. Go ahead, make a call.
Roger, good morning, Rob. VK2XZ from Kilo 4, Mike Kilo. My name is
Boy,
Kent,
he's strong.
and you're about 10 over 9 in North Carolina, Rob. Over.
Okay, Ken, good morning.
God, he is
Good morning, my
running a big station. Holy mother. I'm not even pointed at him.
Thank you, Rob. Good to hear you. 73.
Thanks, Bob, 73. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
I don't have his call.
Okay, it's Victor Kilo 2 X-Ray Zulu.
Okay, I'll go ahead very quickly. VK2 X-Ray Zulu, good morning. This is Victor. Alpha 2 Alpha Mike DA2M. You 59 plus long path, over.
Hey, Mikhail? Is it Mikhail or Michael? from SA3 RIT Sweden. Good to see you, man. You're a new guy in here. He is starting to fade. He's dropping.
The window is closing a long path, but nice to meet you. Have a nice weekend. 73 back to John.
Okay, yeah, you're just rocking in here, Rob. You're still 5'8" to 5'9" with me, Roger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're the same, John.
No, he's lost 2 S units.
Here on 75 meters. You're always very loud at it.
He's starting.
Let's see.
So let me run down the station. I'm pushing about 400 out, and I'm on a 7300. And the antenna for you guys newcomers, my antenna is a 40-meter parasitic delta loop array. It's 2 delta loops, 140 feet long, suspended between 4 trees. It fed apex down 38.6 feet on the RG11 stubs. How the antenna works is it uses a double pole, double throw relay, creating a loading stub, the loading necessary to turn the non-driven element into a reflector. So right now, the loops are hanging like this, and this loop is driven. This loop is now parasitic, and there's an open stub on it, creating a roughly 120 ohm inductive load, forcing it into a reflective element, making it electrically longer than it physically is. Both loops are exact same diameter. I just use the loading on the open stub to create a beam pattern. So right now it's actually going northeast, which is that way, towards Europe. Now John is working VK via long path via southeast. I don't know if I had the antenna pointed southeast. I flipped it, and it's kind of like southwest, and I figured I'd hear him better, but I don't. He completely disappeared. So I think I'm either hearing him over the pole. I went over the pole, or I went all the way across, like I was showing you guys Europe. I don't know what happened there, but most of these guys that work Pacific Asia, VK, stuff like that, excuse me, are working long path. John, most of the time, will be running to the southeast. He'll be beaming, pushing his RF southeast, and John's north of me. He's up in Prince Edward Island by probably about 300 air miles, something like that. Big station. He's probably one of the biggest on the eastern seaboard, especially on 80 meters. Just crushes it on 80. Works, Asia and VK in ZL almost on a nightly basis at 20 over. But if you saw where he lived and what he's got, he's right on the ocean. I mean, right on the ocean. It's disgusting. It's a great spot. So that's basically a rundown of the station. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me get things turned back on here. And
correct. You're 5'9" plus into Nova Scotia. The name here.
Oh, I was going to tell you what you're seeing on the pan adapter. I'm running an RSP Duo with diversity reception. So the diversity antenna is actually a 80 meter half wave on 80 meters, end fed. Configured as kind of an inverted L, goes up 60 feet and then out roughly 76.6 feet terminates at about 100 feet in the top of a tree. So that's vertically polarized. My transmitting antenna is horizontally polarized. And I actually use both of them to listen. So I'm actually listening to both of them right now. So I can hear, I've got a mix of 2 polarizations, not to mention the diversity, which can create a null to make the reception even better. So that's kind of like what you're seeing on the screen. That's what you're seeing. So pop the mute back out, see if we can still hear Rob. Wow, he's still in there. Wow. He is well past gray line. He's in sunlight right now, and he's still coming in. receiver opened up a little bit. So you can use diversity to improve the reception as well, not just to null out noise.
Okay, Joe. Okay, thank you for the information. There's many on the frequency.
That's amazing.
Many on the frequency wishing to work VK. So thank you for the information. Yeah, 400 watts and 3 elements mono band here. 7-3. Good morning.
Good morning, and that's 73. Thank you for the call. 985 JO to Victor Kilo 2. That's 73, and now QS1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, sorry, John. Go ahead.
Whiskey Tech, there are a lot of stations in here right now. I think the guys have moved up the band a bit, so I'll be glad to provide a little assistance for a few more minutes. Do we have anybody else in North America that would like to call Victor Kilo 2 X-Ray Zulu?
Whiskey 6 Kilo Whiskey.
W6 Kilo Whiskey.
Yeah, go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, okay.
It's fun listening to stuff like this. I did
I forgot to write it down. Do you copy W6 Kilowatt, Washington, barefoot, over?
Yeah, W6 kilowatt whiskey, barefoot. Good signal. You're 5 and 8. The 5 and 7 to 5 and 8, Pete. 5, 7 to 5 and 8, barefoot, Roger.
Oh, thank you for the 7 and 8, 7 to 8. Fine business. Thank you very much. I can't believe it. You're 5 and 9. 59 in Georgia. You have my name all okay. 3-element Yagi, 100 meters over the water. 7-3. Thanks for picking me up. Thank you, John and Angel. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Peter. That's great. That's great, barefoot. Awesome. Listen, I'm going to get out of here and go ahead and take the frequency, Rob, for whatever it's worth. I'm going to go up to 50 because the JAs are coming in long path up there with the group. So you're welcome to this frequency, and I'm going to move up to 150, 73, and thanks for coming in with that incredible signal. I can't believe these conditions are just suddenly here. Like one day they weren't, and then for 3 months, and then all of a sudden here we are. So thanks for being there. Really good to talk to you, and nice to catch you on. VK2 X-Ray Zulu, VY2 Whiskey.
Okay, John, very good.
She's still banging in here.
Okay, yeah, well, I've been a little bit quiet. I've been so busy, so I haven't really been on air that much, just occasionally here and there sporadically. But anyway, I'll try to get down on 75 a bit more as well, and see you down there and say hello. So try and get a bit more, become a little bit more active, John. Thanks, buddy. 7-3.
He's in full daylight right now. It's freaking amazing.
Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey, Victor Kilowatt 2 X-ray.
Now let me try, John.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, VK2 X-ray, Zebra, VK2XZ, W3 Hotel November. Any copy, Rob?
Yep, QSL Whiskey 3 Hotel November. Victor Kilowatt 2 X-ray.
Hey, Martin.
5757, over.
Okay.
What's up, Martin?
57, you're 57 to 59, 73, brother.
Thank you, 7-3. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Rob. Thanks a lot again for coming in, Rob. I know I've seen your call posted on the internet, and I've seen you in contests spotted. So I know you're a contest operator, and I just am so impressed with the band tonight and your signal. So I hope we'll see you again in the future very soon. VK2XZ VY2WW 73.
Yeah, okay. Okay, John. Yeah, well,
Let's see where he's at right now. Let's check the gray line. I'm really curious. So if we go over here to this map, oh yeah, look at this. There's a gray line. When I worked him, the gray line was like right here on top of him, and he was stronger, but he's really taking a deep fade. Listen to this freaking Echo America dink. I'm very surprised.
I understand totally, Rob.
I'm very surprised the carnage didn't happen sooner. There was a little deliberate QRM with that turd that was throwing a carrier down below, wouldn't stop. And he knew John was there. He knew Angel, myself were there. No question about it, especially John and Angel. God. So that was It was amazing that the dingleberries held off there for as long as they did.
Asia, VY2WW.
Was he going to try Asia? It's like a Biden voting machine.
I'm sorry, Europe, please stand by. Was there a JA, was there a station from Asia calling over?
Yeah, Dominion. Dominion makes its mark in ham radio. There you go, Rick.
I thought I might have heard Yuki in there. JO1DZA, is that you? No, negative, not yet. He said 4 and 4, so maybe he'll be along. Well, of course, we're going to hear ZS5 Whiskey Tango Fox. Go ahead.
Okay,
you're always a pretty good copy in
here. Here we go. Green line's
Brian,
coming into
and
Pacific
how are you
Asia
today?
right
ZS5 Whiskey Tango Fox, VY2WW. Yeah, you're running 5.7 to 5.8 in here. Excellent copy, no problem at all. Nice to hear you, Brian. Let me let me get it around the horn here. I imagine a lot of the guys are copying you.
I'm gonna have to watch that, Rick.
Let's try. Rajat, are you on frequency?
Oh yeah, I'm there. Certainly a bit of Yagi. It was not too strong, but good evening, Brian. ZS5 Whiskey Tango Fox. This is Victor Alpha 2 Alpha Mike VA2M. I gave you a signal report on next over, but you were Q5 on when I moved the Yagi over.
Just coming through the noise, so I can still copy what you're saying. Good evening from the East Coast of South Africa.
Okay, all right. I was going to give you 5 and 5, but maybe 4 and 5, Brian, because now we have QRM from Europe. But so I couldn't understand what you said too much with me, VA2 Alpha Mike.
Thanks so much for the 5 and 4. All noted on the QRM. I've got some noise on my side as well, so as good as it is up to 54, but still making the trip across the water. Okay, thanks very much. Let me pass it back to Sean. I'll be listening on 7143. Sean, thank you.
Okay, very good. I think Yuki is in here now. Let me just stand by. Don't go anywhere, Brian.
DMR,
I know the other guys are
I never
copying
turn the radio on.
Let me just check with Yuki. JO1DZA. JO1DZA. Any copy of Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey? JO1DZA. Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey. He might have some radar or something. We'll try him again in a minute. Let's see. Sylvain, did you want to call Brian in South Africa?
Sure. ZS5WTS. Good evening, Brian. This is Victor Echo 2 Lima Hotel, still in Montreal, Brian. You report 4 and 6. Not too strong. 4 and 6 with me. Over.
Oh, cool, Rick. Shoot, I'll have to turn the stupid thing on, and I do have on my channel, if you do a group call to that, what I put out, I don't know if it's still on my channel. Is that DMR video up on my channel? I'll have to go in and look. I'm asking you, I should know that. But my DMR number, and if you set that number up as a group call, you'll come right in and I'll hear you. So I'll make sure it's on and it's sitting there running, so it should work. That'd be cool, man.
Okay, Angel.
ZS5 Whiskey Tango Fox, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor United Yokohama. 5 and 7, Brian. 5-7 New
This
Jersey.
is boy, that is a friggin' dirty signal.
Bye-bye, team.
Oh my gosh, he's got RF.
QSZ, you want X-ray Alpha?
Wow, he's got RF all over the place on that.
This is Echo Alpha 3,
Hotel Uniform Yankee.
Isn't that funny? Like Europe isn't strong.
Okay, the Echo Alpha 3, there was a couple others in there, but the Echo Alpha 3,
I mean, they should be crushing it in here.
Echo America 3.
What time is it? Yeah, 4:30?
Echo Alpha 3.
Yeah, we're still quite a ways off the
Hotel
grid.
Uniform.
They don't hear you, just like you don't hear me, or you're way in the background. 70 degrees for now. Keep safe, and it's doing for me. W4OGH, ciao.
Okay, Bob. Well, I don't know. My ex-oil is going to get the Pfizer on Wednesday, but...
PD. Joseph Archel Dudley. That's my brother. You got his initials. This is K2YN. Bye-bye, Pete.
Vielleicht nicht optimal Richtung Charlie Tango, aber naja, ist eigentlich auch egal. Bis morgens. Kein Problem. Pass mal auf, Uwe. Ich habe eben mal eine Aufnahme gemacht von dem Rest deines Durchgangs. Vielleicht kommt noch was rüber. Ich spiele das mal eben zurück.
I didn't see the question, Chris. What's the question? Silver box straight in front of you. Are you talking, Chris? Are you talking about? What are you referring to? You're referring to this thing? That's a blue box. Are you talking about that? That's the audio gear. That's the rack gear running on the radios, and what's being piped to the stream. I'm not sure which. I'm trying to think of which is silver box. Silver. If it's that, that's part of the audio gear. If it's this is the Anon. But that's blue, so I don't think you're talking about that. Yeah, that's all the audio rack. Looks like this is, I don't see anything really happening here, so...
Alpha, Whiskey 3, Alpha, Papa Alpha.
I was kind of curious to see if...
Nothing heard at the moment. Brian, you might want to stand by a minute. It could be some more people coming in, Roger.
I think he's the one in South Africa, isn't he? Hey, Bash. The Anon I use for rag chewing. I am not a big fan of that radio for DXing and events. It's a very I shouldn't say that.
Anytime, Brian. It's our pleasure.
Okay.
73.
So now someone's throwing
I'm wondering,
a carrier.
Guys, if Yuki's got radar on this frequency, is there a better spot? I haven't had time to reach over there and type him a message, but I'm wondering if he could suggest a frequency where he could hear us, because I don't think he's copying real well. He said I was 5'8".
So yeah, the Anon. This is an Anon 200D sitting in front of me. That's not a 7000, but. I tend to gravitate away from I use that just for rag chewing. That's the ESSB stuff and the voodoo stuff. I just prefer the other front ends. Believe it or not, the diversity, even the SDR Uno with an RSP Duo is a far superior front end combination than the Anon. I know it's hard to believe. It's what, 200 and what did I pay for that thing? $240 dongle. Software's free, and it eats that Anon for lunch. Or I use console, but that's all running with the 7300. But of course, 7300 can't touch the Anon as far as audio goes. It's pretty flipping good at 3. It's about the best radio on the planet at 3 kilohertz. Period. Nobody will dispute that. But for 2.8 kilohertz audio, which I get about 3.1 out of it. But it's if you want to run wide, no, you gotta get into something else. The Anon's okay, paid $1,500 for it. Thing grenaded 2 weeks after I had it. Cost me $200 to get it fixed. So I got about $1,700 into it. Is it worth $1,700? Yeah, it's pretty good. But the software, that's the problem. The software is extremely primitive and it's extremely complex It is a very complex radio. You'll talk to Anon guys, right, that run Anons. Like I asked the group on 3630, I kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, yeah, typical Anon, right? I asked him, I said, hey, all these parameters and adjustments on the noise filter, the noise reduction system, how do you make all that stuff work? They're like, I don't know. They've all played with it. They can't figure it out, you know? It's got all these adjustments on it. And like, what are the best settings? Nobody knows. And there's no documentation on it. You know, so yeah, it's open source. It is what it is. You basically buy that thing in Anon and you're left to your own devices. You know, you got to figure it out. If you're a tweaker, you'll love the thing to death. If you want a radio that you just want to turn on and run, I would not recommend one. Unless you're going to, unless you're going to do a lot of ESSB stuff. Like my setup is extremely basic. I know just enough to be really dangerous with that thing, and it works really good for that application. But yeah, I know that was kind of a long answer, but do I like it? Yeah, I really like the radio, but it has its use. I would never use a rig like that for DX and contesting. It's just, I don't know. It just feels primitive. Some of the controls are primitive on it. Yeah, compared to like this stuff, and this stuff's freaking free. Freaking crazy, man. Anyways, I like free. Cheap is good.
An opening this early in about a week, so very unusual that I can even work you. Much less Angel. That's good, and Sylvain. But anyway, it will get better. It will get better, Yuki-san. Roger?
Wow, just barely hear him. Of course, now I got to move the notch filter.
Roger. You'll be standing by. Okay, Yuki-san, that sounds good. All right, let me just check to see if we have any other Southern Africa or Pacific Asia on the frequency. This is Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey.
Okay, everybody thinking about Anon, look at Rick's statement right there. That is 100% accurate. It is not. They are not for the faint of heart. You've got to have tweaker written on your forehead if you're going to get into these things. Seriously. I thought I was pretty sharp with this stuff, but oh no. They are whole different animals.
Your report is 5959 from Victor Yankee to Whiskey. Over. Roger. Thank you for the 59. Let me check us. Others will call you. Richard?
Oh, yes. Good morning, Kenji. This is Victor Alpha 2 Alpha Mike. I gave you 57 and building up, over.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, the blue box is the Anon. It's an old rig. It's like, what, 5 years old now? Something like that?
My call sign is the Big Dog.
Which is really not old. I mean, the 7300 is 5 years old. So it came out about the same time. And they, from what I understand, they came out, they were like freaking $4,000 for those things. Something like that. Something ridiculous. I'm like, who on right mind would spend $4,000 on that? Sorry. I remember, I don't know if it was in different denominations. I remember doing some research. I was like, what? No way that radio's $4,000 new. When it was new, it debuted, you know. I was like, anybody who spends $4,000 on that thing is freaking smoking the ganja.
Victor Echo 2 Lima Hotel. Victor Echo 2 Lima Hotel. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning. Your report 5 and 7.
Actually, anybody who spends more than, I would say, I don't know. I'm just not impressed. The only thing you're getting with SDR technology is the transmitter. And they know they've got you by the ball hair. They got you by the short and curlies, man, because I'm telling you, there is nothing that these SDR, full-blown SDR transceivers, Anon, all this other stuff has that you can get for just a few $100s and piggyback it onto a regular radio. I'm serious. You look at the cost of these things, I'm like, good heavens. But you got to pay for that transmitter. If you are on 4 to 10 kilohertz wide, I mean, that's what you pay for.
Alpha Charlie, Whiskey Alpha 2, Victor, United, Yokohama. 5 and 5 and 70, Kenji-san, New Jersey, over.
He's just, now I got QRM coming in here.
Okay, 5 and 8, up and down. Thank you very much, Kenji. Good morning from New Jersey. Whiskey 3, Hotel November.
I'm going to switch over to console just for giggles, and then I'm going to shut the stream down because I've had enough of this crap. The auto notch feature in console is absolutely brilliant. It's freaking beautiful. You don't have to manually apply notches or anything, man. You just freaking check the auto notch function. Bye-bye. And it is gone. History. I suspect console is going to... Console seems to be quieter. Yeah, console's quieter. No.
Okay, Peter and then Bert.
No, he's only 2 by 2 down here. Go ahead, John.
Okay, Bert. How about it, Bert? PJ4KY. Okay, I think
So
Bert's
it's
stepped
interesting.
away. Anyone else I missed or North America?
He's
here?
actually...
Kenji-san in Japan, long path.
Okay, so he's long path.
Again?
I was kind of curious if he was any more copyable on SDR console.
Okay, Peter, he gave you a report anyway.
I'll never hear him over that. Yeah, it's
Sorry,
really nice,
Dan.
dude.
Anyone else North America for Kenji-san and long path to Japan? Any other North America want to make a call? Nothing heard, Kenji-san. Thank you so much for calling in. And I think everybody got a turn, and most people got through. So I don't know. Maybe the band's not dead quite yet. Hi. Japan Hotel 5, Kilo Alpha Charlie. Thank you very, very much. Tomarigato. Victor Yankee 2 Whiskey Whiskey.
No. So he was actually, what's interesting is the receive is a little quieter on console. Same dongle, but not running diversity. And with diversity, I could actually hear him. I couldn't understand him, but I could hear him in the background. So he wasn't readable, but I knew somebody was there. And on console, I could not hear him. So that is the advantage to running two completely different antennas and mixing them together. Vertically polarized and horizontally polarized. Interesting. Seen that before. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. I'm out of here. Have a super fun evening. That was kind of cool, man. That was pretty amazing conditions, to be honest with you. And I think that's all she wrote, man. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and actually going to put it, what time is it? Actually, the crew is going to be coming on 80 meters soon. So I may pop back on to 7580 in a little while. We'll see. I'll be on the Anon in that case. 7-3, guys. Catch you later. Tons of fun.